Hello, welcome to the Hub. I'm just including this video so that you can see that the Hub is relatively easy to use. I think there could be a lot of things for you and your child to see, but I try to make it so that there's less things that you actually have to check in on. So the first, now this, at the top here, okay, there's this thing, and we call it a waffle. And if you touch the waffle, there's really only three courses. There's language, math, and science, the top three. So this is the language site, okay? Now, if you scroll down, here are the announcements, right? So then you can read that. If you have any questions, we could post it here. Now, this is the first over here. This is our first post. You learn something new each day, and it takes approximately 10 minutes to complete it. And if I show more, okay, below I want you to make your first comment. So basically this is just included so that students can practice posting a reply. Okay, so in this case it doesn't have to be a long reply. So that's the introductory page. Now if you go to content, okay, I included a welcome slide, and it basically covers a lot of things that I'm just talking about. Okay, now on the welcome slide, I just expanded the first folder, and then it says welcome. So then if I go to welcome, this slideshow will scroll, and then it'll tell you some of the things that I'm basically telling you right now. Okay. The next part here is historical fiction, so right here, and if I click on that arrow, right, there's the first part. Now everything expands, right? Now if what you could do, here's the picture, like we took a picture of work that we did on the last day of school. Then here, then the next one is, there's a fiction, and finally there's the discussion. Now in this discussion, you can post a thread or a comment. So before we left, we created these two thought webs for history and fiction. You came up with many ideas for both, and then the students will place a comment here, right? The final tab is the assignments, right? Now, in the assignments, this program collects student responses, so I know that I have them all. Now, the only thing is this is not available until April the 10th, so the student can't access it now. So this is the language site. So there's really only three parts. There's the home site, which I'm just clicking on now. There's the content, and then there's the assignment page, those three parts. And then for each subject, so this is math, I just switched to math, it's basically the same thing, right? So when you get here, there's a little picture, there's an announcements, and then there's some content here, which shape doesn't belong, and then if I touch the arrow, it expands. So it expands, so then I can go to discussion. So here's the shape, which shape doesn't belong, and then students can post their reply here, and then other students can reply to each other. So that's basically how the hub is set up for students. It's not difficult, it just takes a little bit of getting used to.